The sky above Earth darkens as a fleet of alien warships descends from the depths of space. These ships, unlike anything humanity has ever seen, glisten with a terrifying, otherworldly beauty. Sleek, with sharp edges and dark metallic surfaces, they cut through the atmosphere with deadly precision. In the heart of this vast invasion fleet is the flagship, the Zinthar, a massive vessel controlled by the alien leader, General Xyros. His race, the Warship, is known across the galaxy for its superior technology and ruthless efficiency. They have conquered planets far more advanced than Earth, bringing entire civilizations to their knees. The Warship's advanced artificial intelligence and powerful robotics make them nearly unstoppable. From his command center on the Zinthar, General Xyros watches Earth through a wide holographic display. His fingers glide over the control panels as he observes Earth's peaceful landscape. To him, the planet seems insignificant, a tiny, primitive world with no chance against his technologically superior forces. He scoffs, the sound of his laughter echoing in the cold, metallic chamber. "This planet is no different from the others we've crushed," Xyros mutters to himself. His cold voice sends a shiver through the crew around him. They know what's coming. The Warship are ruthless, and Earth is no exception. Xyros orders the fleet to land. As the ships descend, they cloak themselves, rendering them invisible to Earth's primitive detection systems. The Warship's technology is light years ahead of anything humanity has ever developed. Their warships are equipped with cloaking devices that allow them to pass undetected, even by Earth's most advanced satellites and radars. The aliens' AI systems take over, analyzing Earth's weak defenses and calculating the fastest route to victory. Meanwhile, far below on the surface, in the remote mountains of Alaska, Captain Jason Carter stands alone at a military outpost, staring up at the sky. He's just a soldier, far from the front lines of any major conflict, but he has a feeling. A deep, unsettling feeling that something is wrong. He watches the sky closely, noticing strange patterns in the clouds and a flicker in the air that signals something unnatural. The hairs on the back of his neck stand up as the distant sound of thunder rumbles overhead, not from a storm, but from the enormous engines of alien ships breaking through Earth's atmosphere. For a moment, Carter hesitates. He knows Earth's military is unprepared for something of this scale. He knows humanity has never faced a threat like this before. But he also knows something the aliens don't. Humans may be primitive in terms of technology, but they have something else, something that the Warship may not fully understand yet. Carter begins making preparations, knowing the world will soon change forever. The message comes through the communication channels, breaking through the chaos of military alerts. The invasion has begun. The aliens land on Earth's soil, their ships cloaking in and out of visibility, making their assault nearly impossible to track. The Warship war machines, advanced robots controlled by their AI systems, begin their march across the planet. Massive metal beasts with laser weapons, capable of obliterating entire cities, sweep across the globe. The Earth's military forces, scattered and ill-prepared, fall under the relentless assault. The cities are quickly overrun, their defenses collapsing under the weight of the alien onslaught. Cities burn in the distance as explosions light up the horizon. The aliens laugh as they watch their victory unfold. To them, it's just another conquest, another civilization to add to their ever-expanding empire. They underestimate Earth's fighting spirit, seeing only weakness in the humans who stand before them. They view Earth's technology as outdated, and the human soldiers as nothing more than ants, ready to be crushed beneath their mechanical feet. As Earth's cities fall one by one, Carter is on the move. In his remote base, he takes action, knowing that humanity's last hope rests on a long shot. He's not the most powerful soldier, and his equipment is outdated compared to what the aliens possess, but he has something the aliens can't predict: his knowledge of Earth's environment, and a fierce determination to fight for his planet. Carter's first move is to take control of a nearby military radar system. It's an old facility, forgotten by most, but it's still operational. He uses the outpost's primitive computer systems to access the radar and starts tracking the alien fleet. For a brief moment, it's a useless effort, the technology too old to keep up with the fast-moving ships. But then something strange happens. As the radar focuses on the fleet, Carter notices the readings flicker. The alien ships, once invisible, begin to appear on his screens. Something's not right. He stares at the data in disbelief. The alien ships, despite their cloaking abilities, are starting to malfunction. The radar picks up brief flashes of the ship's outlines, and then, inexplicably, the readings go haywire. Their systems are failing. Carter checks the readings again, this time in a new way. His mind races as he realizes what's happening. It's not just the cloaking devices, the ship's propulsion systems, the AI's commands. Everything seems to be misfiring. The aliens, who have always relied on their technological superiority, have no idea why this is happening. But Carter knows. The alien technology is failing because of Earth's environment. It's a small but crucial discovery. Earth's gravity, atmosphere, and magnetic field are unlike anything the aliens have encountered before. Their systems, built for deep space travel and hostile worlds, are incompatible with Earth's unique biosphere. Earth's environment is slowly disabling their tech, and they don't even realize it yet. Carter's heart races as he watches the malfunctioning fleet. He doesn't have much time. The aliens are still advancing, their foot soldiers wreaking havoc across the globe. But for the first time, Carter sees a glimmer of hope. The Warship may have underestimated Earth's potential. With every passing minute, the aliens grow more frustrated. Their attacks are no longer as coordinated. Their war machines malfunction, their cloaking devices flicker in and out of existence, and their eye-controlled drones begin to behave erratically. The Warship are used to control, to perfect precision in their conquests. But Earth's environment is doing something they didn't account for, disrupting their systems in a way they cannot control. The battle has only just begun, and yet, for the first time, the aliens may have made a fatal mistake. Carter knows this is humanity's chance to turn the tide. With every malfunction, the aliens' confidence begins to waver. They still don't know the full extent of the danger they're facing, but Carter does. And now it's up to him to turn this small advantage into a fight for Earth's survival. The battle for Earth continues, but now a subtle shift has begun. Despite the malfunctions in their advanced technology, the aliens press on with their invasion, unaware of the true extent of the danger they face. The Warship, a species accustomed to wiping out entire civilizations, are too confident in their superiority to see that something is amiss. General Cyrus, still watching from the Zentvar, orders his forces to continue with the invasion, believing that Earth's primitive nature means it will fall just as easily as the countless other planets he has conquered. His fleet launches new waves of robotic troops and AI drones, and their cloaked warships remain invisible, picking off Earth's military defenses one by one. As these forces spread across the Earth, the aliens grow bolder. They send their mechanical legions into the forests, the mountains, the cities. Everywhere they expect to find resistance. Their weapons are lethal, and their robots are stronger than anything humanity has ever faced. But what the aliens do not know is that they have underestimated Earth's environment in a way they can't reverse. On the ground, Captain Jason Carter knows exactly what the aliens don't. Earth's environment is a natural weapon. The gravity, the atmosphere, even the magnetic fields, everything about the planet is disrupting the Warship's sophisticated technology. Earth's natural elements, to the aliens, are unpredictable and foreign. They've relied too heavily on their technology, and now it's starting to turn against them. Carter, a seasoned soldier who has survived the worst humanity can throw at him, begins to see the opportunity. Using his knowledge of the planet and the weaknesses of the alien tech, he begins to rally a group of humans. They're not equipped with advanced weapons, but they do have something more powerful: knowledge of the land and the ability to fight with ingenuity. They set traps, sabotage alien machinery, and work together in small teams to launch quick, brutal attacks against the aliens. Carter leads the way, his team of soldiers moving through Earth's forests and mountains, areas where the aliens' advanced tech falters. The aliens' cloaking devices struggle to function under the pressure of the natural environment. Their warships, once invisible, flicker in and out of sight, giving Carter's team the perfect chance to strike. In the dense forests, their advanced AI drones struggle to adapt to the uneven terrain, unable to keep up with the guerrilla tactics that the humans use. It's a war of intelligence over technology, and Carter's team is beginning to gain the upper hand. The first real victory comes when Carter's team successfully sabotages one of the alien warships. Using explosives and their knowledge of the terrain, they lure the ship into a narrow ravine, where it becomes stuck, its cloaking device malfunctioning. The ship's eye fails to adapt, and the humans launch their surprise attack, blowing up the ship in a spectacular explosion. It's a small victory, but it sends a message to the aliens. Earth is not going down without a fight. As the battle intensifies, the humans use their environment to create ambushes. They strike fast and hard, and every attack chips away at the alien forces. The aliens, once so sure of their victory, are starting to realize that something isn't right. Their robotic troops are falling, their cloaked warships are being destroyed, and their AI drones are malfunctioning at an alarming rate. The invaders are no longer as confident as they once were, and their fear begins to grow. But amidst these victories, the cost is heavy. One of Carter's closest comrades, Sergeant Bonner, falls in a firefight with an alien drone. The battle had been fierce, with both sides exchanging heavy fire, and Bonner, trying to cover Carter and the rest of the team, was struck by a direct hit. His body, torn apart by the aliens' powerful weaponry, falls to the ground, lifeless. Carter is hit with a wave of grief. Bonner had been with him through countless missions, a brother in arms. His loss is a blow that shakes Carter to his core. For a moment, the soldier is overcome with emotion. He kneels beside Bonner's body, staring at the lifeless face of his friend, realizing that the battle is no longer just about saving Earth. It's personal. But Carter knows he can't afford to mourn for long. He stands, wiping the blood from his face, and looks at his team. They are watching him, waiting for him to lead them. They know they can't win this fight without Carter's determination. And in that moment, Carter makes a vow, not just to his fallen friend, but to every human who is still out there fighting for survival. "We fight for him," Carter says, his voice low but firm. "We fight for everyone." The team nods, and they set off again. The loss of Bonner fuels Carter's determination. He will stop at nothing to ensure that the aliens pay for what they've done, and he knows that each victory, no matter how small, is a step towards saving the planet. Meanwhile, the aliens continue their assault, unaware of the growing threat. General Cyrus receives reports that his forces are starting to struggle. The AI systems, once flawless, are now showing glitches. The cloaking devices are less effective, and their weaponry is malfunctioning. The Vorsh's overconfidence is beginning to crumble, but they are still unwilling to acknowledge that Earth might have any chance against them. As the days pass, Carter's team grows bolder. They attack alien convoys, destroy energy supply lines, and sabotage key communication hubs. The aliens, once invincible, are now on the defensive. Earth's environment, so hostile to the Vorsh's technology, is becoming their greatest weapon. The humans are no longer just fighting for survival, they are fighting back with everything they have. And for the first time, the aliens are beginning to question whether their victory is as certain as they once thought. Every day, Carter's team proves that even the most advanced technology can be undone by something as simple as Earth's environment. The aliens, once sure they would crush humanity in an instant, are starting to realize that their greatest mistake was underestimating the planet they thought was weak. And with each victory, Carter and his team send a clear message. Earth will not fall without a fight. The war has only just begun, and the alien invaders are about to learn the true power of Earth. As the battle rages on, Captain Jason Carter comes to a realization. Earth's true strength doesn't lie in its ability to match the aliens in technology or firepower, but in the spirit of its people. While the Warship might have superior AI, robotics, and cloaking technology, humanity has something they can never replicate: creativity, resilience, and an unyielding will to protect its home. Carter knows that the aliens may have the upper hand in technology, but they're still outmatched when it comes to the heart and mind of a human being. The more Carter witnesses the resilience of humanity, the more he believes in the power of the human spirit. He sees the soldiers in his team, willing to risk everything for their planet. He watches as ordinary people, from farmers to scientists, join the fight. Humanity, against all odds, is showing its strength. The alien forces may be vast, but they fail to account for the determination of a species fighting to survive. In the midst of a technologically superior force, the humans' resourcefulness and their connection to their world become their greatest weapons. As Carter and his team continue their sabotage missions, they begin to uncover the true vulnerability of the alien invaders. The advanced AI systems that the aliens rely on are not as perfect as they appear. The unique biological environment of Earth, with its peculiar gravity and electromagnetic fields, is causing interference in the alien tech. The AI systems, so carefully designed to control the Warship's fleets and robots, start to experience glitches, miscalculations, and errors. These flaws give Carter and his team the opening they need. Using their knowledge of the environment and their ability to think outside the box, Carter's team begins hacking into alien systems. It's not easy. The aliens' technology is still far ahead of anything humans have ever encountered. But the one thing the aliens can't account for is human ingenuity. Carter and his team manage to gain access to a few of the alien ships' networks, exploiting the vulnerabilities created by Earth's magnetic fields. They learn to manipulate alien systems, turning their enemies' technology against them. The team's first big breakthrough comes when they manage to disable the AI-controlled defense systems on one of the alien warships. The process is slow and dangerous, as every move could trigger alarms or alert the alien forces. But with a mix of human instinct and their understanding of alien tech, Carter's team begins to succeed. In one high-stakes moment, they infiltrate an alien command ship, relying on old military equipment to breach the security systems. The ship is a massive fortress, filled with advanced weaponry and alien soldiers, but Carter's team presses on. Inside the ship, the stakes grow higher with each step. The ship's corridors are dimly lit, the air filled with a heavy metallic smell. The walls are lined with advanced technology, and robotic soldiers patrol the halls, unaware of the human invaders who have slipped in undetected. The atmosphere is tense, thick with the feeling of imminent danger. Carter leads his team through the dark hallways, carefully avoiding detection as they move closer to the ship's control room. As they navigate the ship, the team faces deadly traps and ambushes. The ship's AI, now aware of a breach, begins to activate its defenses. Robotic soldiers and drones flood the halls, responding to the intrusion with deadly force. The humans are outnumbered and outgunned, but they fight back with everything they have. Close quarters combat ensues, with humans and robots clashing in a brutal and desperate battle. The humans, armed with basic weapons, face the cold, metallic might of the alien robots. In one particularly harrowing moment, Carter narrowly escapes death. A robotic soldier, taller and stronger than any human, charges at him with a blade extended. Carter is fast, using his surroundings to his advantage. He ducks under the robot's strike, rolling to the side just in time. The robot's blade crashes into the wall, leaving Carter momentarily breathless as he looks up to see the robot turn for another attack. He grabs an old grenade from his pack and throws it at the robot's legs. The explosion sends the robot flying, buying Carter just enough time to escape. The battle rages on, with each of Carter's team members fighting to stay alive and make their way to the heart of the ship. They push forward, driven by their sense of duty and the promise of a better future for Earth. But it's not just about survival anymore. It's about making a stand, showing the aliens that they've miscalculated, that humanity is capable of more than they ever imagined. As they move deeper into the alien vessel, the team discovers the location of the alien leader, General Xyros. The knowledge fills them with both dread and determination. Xyros is the one responsible for the invasion, and taking him down would be a huge blow to the alien forces. But getting to him won't be easy. The ship is crawling with alien soldiers, and Xyros's personal guards are some of the most formidable warriors the Warship have ever created. Still, Carter is resolute. He knows that Earth's best chance lies in taking down the leader of the invasion. It's a dangerous mission, but it's one that has to be done. The humans have already proven that they can defeat the aliens in small-scale skirmishes, but taking down Xyros would cripple the entire invasion effort. The team prepares for what will be their most dangerous mission yet. As they approach the final confrontation with the alien leader, the tension is palpable. Every step could be their last. Carter's mind races, weighing the risks of what's ahead. But there's no turning back now. The team is ready to face whatever comes next. Their journey has brought them this far, and now they will do whatever it takes to save their planet. The human spirit has already proven itself to be the true weapon in this fight. The aliens may have the technology, but the humans have something far stronger. The will to fight for their survival, and the strength to overcome any obstacle. In this battle, the heart of humanity is the key to victory. As the team prepares to storm the command center and confront General Xyros, they know that the fight is far from over. But one thing is clear: the humans will not go down without a fight. They will not be conquered, and they will stop at nothing to protect the home they love. The battle for Earth takes a deadly turn as the aliens reveal their trump card, a weapon so powerful it could destroy entire cities with ease. The Titan mech is a colossal, AI-controlled war machine, standing at over 30 feet tall, with heavily armored plating and weapons capable of obliterating anything in its path. It's the perfect counter to the guerrilla tactics that Captain Carter and his team have been using to delay the invasion. The aliens believe this weapon will crush human resistance once and for all, and for a moment, even Carter feels the weight of the odds stacked against them. As the Titan mech enters the battlefield, its massive, thundering footsteps shake the ground. Its eyes glow a terrifying red, and the sound of its mechanical arm movements fills the air with a sense of doom. The alien forces, emboldened by the arrival of their superweapon, press forward with renewed vigor. They know that the humans can't stand up to this new threat. Carter's team watches in horror as the mech barrels through their defenses, obliterating everything in its path. Alien drones and robotic soldiers follow in its wake, systematically clearing out any resistance. But Carter is not one to give up easily. His mind races, searching for any weakness in the Titan mech's design, anything that might give them a chance. The aliens may have overwhelming power, but Carter knows the human spirit is far from defeated. With a steady resolve, he rallies his team. They will not go down without a fight. They must find a way to stop the mech before it reduces Earth to rubble. The battle grows more intense as Carter's team attempts to use their guerrilla tactics to disable the Titan mech. They move quickly, using the environment to their advantage, darting through forests and across rocky terrain to avoid detection by the mech's advanced sensors. Carter knows that the only chance they have is to plant explosives on the mech's vital systems, its power core, and its weapons control systems, but that's easier said than done. Alien drones swarm the area, scanning for any human presence, and the mech's weapons are capable of devastating anything within range. As the team prepares to make their move, they realize that the odds are stacked against them. The mech's sheer size and firepower make it nearly invincible. Every attempt to approach it feels like walking into the jaws of death. But Carter is determined. He leads his team into a final assault, their mission clear: plant the explosives, destroy the mech, and give Earth a fighting chance. In the chaos of battle, Carter's team moves into position, splitting up to plant charges on the mech's various weak points. The sound of gunfire and explosions fills the air as alien drones engage with the humans, creating a distraction long enough for the team to get close. The tension is palpable, with every second feeling like a lifetime as they work under the constant threat of death. Carter's heart pounds as he watches one of his men, Sergeant Bonner, take down several drones with well-placed shots. Bonner's bravery in the face of certain death inspires the team, but the sacrifice required for success is becoming all too clear. Just as Carter's team is about to plant the final explosive charge, disaster strikes. Bonner, who had been covering his teammates, is caught in a direct blast from the mech's laser cannon. The force of the explosion sends him flying, his body slamming into the ground with a sickening thud. Carter rushes to his side, but it's clear that Bonner won't make it. His breathing is shallow, and blood stains the ground beneath him. "Carter, keep going," Bonner whispers, his voice weak but filled with determination. Don't let them win." Carter kneels beside him, holding his hand as tears well up in his eyes. Bonner's death hits him like a punch to the gut, but the words that follow fuel his resolve. This is not the end. Not for Bonner. Not for Earth. Bonner's sacrifice will not be in vain. Carter looks up at his remaining team members, and the fire of vengeance ignites in his chest. They must finish the mission. They must destroy the Titan mech. With renewed strength, Carter and his team push forward, using the environment to their advantage. The mech may be a powerful weapon, but Earth is their home. They know its terrain better than any alien force ever could. Carter orders his team to plant the explosives, coordinating their efforts in a desperate attempt to disable the mech's core. As they move swiftly through the battlefield, Carter's mind is filled with thoughts of Bonner and the other soldiers they've lost. Their sacrifice will be honored. Earth will fight back. In a desperate final assault, Carter's team manages to plant the last of the charges on the Titan mech's power core. The mech's systems begin to falter as the explosive devices take effect, causing it to stagger and shudder. But the alien forces are far from done. Drones flood the battlefield, engaging Carter's team in one final push to prevent them from finishing the job. With everything on the line, Carter and his team fight back with everything they have. The air is thick with smoke and the sound of gunfire as the humans hold their ground. Carter narrowly avoids being hit by a drone's laser blast, rolling behind a rock to regain his footing. His team is on the brink of exhaustion, but they refuse to give up. They know that the future of Earth is riding on this moment. They have to succeed. As the last explosive is detonated, a massive explosion rocks the battlefield. The Titan mech's core erupts in a fiery explosion, sending a shockwave through the area. The mech falls to the ground, its massive form crumpling under the force of its own destruction. The remaining alien forces retreat, their confidence shattered by the loss of their most powerful weapon. But the victory comes at a great cost. Carter surveys the battlefield, his heart heavy with grief. Bonner is gone, and several other members of his team have fallen. The victory is bittersweet. They've destroyed the Titan mech, but the price of their success is steep. As the smoke clears and the sound of battle fades, Carter stands tall, his resolve unbroken. The aliens may have underestimated humanity, but they've learned a valuable lesson. Earth will not be easily conquered. The human spirit has proven itself to be stronger than any weapon the aliens could throw at them. And although the road ahead is still uncertain, Carter knows one thing for sure. They will keep fighting. They will never surrender. Earth is worth fighting for. The final battle is upon them. After weeks of guerrilla warfare, sabotage, and heavy losses, Carter and his team know that this is their last chance to save Earth. The alien mothership looms in the sky, its enormous size casting a shadow over the land. The command ship, led by General Cyros, has been the focal point of the alien invasion, coordinating the relentless assault on Earth. But Carter, fueled by the memory of fallen comrades, has one final mission: to end this war once and for all. To succeed, they must infiltrate the mothership itself. They are not alone in their efforts. The underground resistance, composed of brave soldiers, scientists, and civilians, has been working in secret to develop ways to fight back. Together, Carter and his team joined forces with the resistance, preparing for their most dangerous mission yet: breaking into the heart of the alien command structure. The journey to the mothership is fraught with peril. They travel through secret tunnels, hidden passages beneath Earth's surface, to avoid detection by the alien surveillance systems. Carter's mind races with thoughts of his fallen teammates, especially Bonner, whose death still weighs heavily on him. But there is no time for mourning now. The fate of humanity hangs in the balance. They are the last line of defense. As they approach the alien mothership, the team begins planting explosive devices throughout the ship. The explosives are designed to disrupt the core systems, overload the alien ship's power supply, and ultimately cripple its control over the fleet. With each successful placement of the explosives, Carter feels a sense of progress, but the threat of the aliens' counterattack is never far behind. Just as they near their target, disaster strikes. The aliens have anticipated this move. Carter and his team are ambushed by a squad of elite alien guards, augmented by eye-controlled drones. The battle is intense and fast-paced, with lasers flashing and explosions rocking the ship. Carter leads his team with calculated precision, using the environment of the ship to their advantage. The narrow corridors and dimly lit rooms are filled with danger, but Carter's team is ready to fight to the death. They know that the fate of Earth depends on their success. Despite their efforts, the aliens' forces seem endless. Every corner they turn, more guards emerge, and the pressure mounts. The ship's eye, which had once been a powerful ally to the alien invaders, is now beginning to falter. Earth's environment, with its unique atmosphere and gravity, is wreaking havoc on the alien systems. The drones are malfunctioning, and their advanced technology is slowly breaking down. But the AI still controls the ship, directing the remaining alien forces with ruthless precision. Carter and his team know that they have to reach the control room before it's too late. Through sheer determination and resilience, Carter and his team push forward, overcoming wave after wave of alien soldiers. They have fought hard for this moment, and they will not stop now. Finally, they reach the control room. The ship is alive with energy, its core systems humming with power. At the center of the room stands General Cyros, the alien leader, a towering figure clad in advanced combat armor. His eyes burn with contempt as he turns to face the humans who have dared to challenge him. Cyros is a being of incredible power, enhanced by cybernetic implants and his advanced alien technology. His strength, speed, and tactical genius make him a formidable foe. But Carter knows that this battle will not be won with technology alone. It will be won with the human spirit, strength, resilience, and the will to protect their home. The final showdown begins. Carter faces Cyros in a brutal hand-to-hand combat sequence. The alien general is a master of physical combat, his movements swift and precise. He uses his enhanced strength to launch devastating blows, his fists capable of crushing steel. But Carter, though exhausted from the long campaign, is fueled by something far greater than mere strength: his love for his home, his drive to protect humanity, and the memory of his fallen comrades. Every punch he throws is filled with the power of those who have sacrificed everything. The battle rages on, the two warriors locked in a fierce struggle. Cyros taunts Carter, claiming that the aliens will always be superior, that humanity is nothing more than a fleeting, weak species. But Carter refuses to back down. With each strike, he counters Cyros' blows, his mind focused on one goal: victory. He knows that this fight will decide the future of Earth. There can be no retreat, no surrender. The environment of the ship begins to work against the aliens. The malfunctioning AI systems cause the ship to shake and groan as the power surges and falters. The ship's structure begins to destabilize as the explosives planted by Carter and his team begin to take effect. The air grows thick with tension, and the ship's failing systems make it harder for Tyros to fight at his full potential. The technology that had once made him an unstoppable force is now crumbling before Carter's raw strength and will. In a climactic moment, Carter finally delivers a decisive blow to Tyros. With a swift strike to the chest, Carter knocks the alien general to the ground. Tyros struggles to rise, but his strength is gone. The once dominant alien leader is now a broken shell of his former self. Carter stands over him, breathing heavily, his body bruised and battered from the intense battle. But there is no time for rest. The ship is falling apart, and the remaining alien forces are retreating. Earth has won, but at a great cost. With Tyros defeated and the alien mothership in disarray, the human forces launch their final attack on the remaining alien fleet. Carter and his team, though exhausted, continue to fight, knowing that victory is within their grasp. As the last of the alien ships are destroyed, the humans stand victorious. They have saved Earth, not through superior technology, but through their unyielding spirit, their ingenuity, and their love for their home. As the dust settles and the alien fleet collapses, Carter looks around at his team. They have survived the impossible. They have fought not only for survival, but for the future of humanity. The Earth may have been under siege, but in the end, the human spirit has triumphed. The aliens have learned a valuable lesson: never underestimate humanity. Carter and his team have proven that even against the most advanced alien forces, Earth's greatest strength lies in its people. And as they look to the future, they know one thing for sure: humanity will always fight for its home. The battle is finally over. The smoke and dust that once filled the sky begin to clear, leaving behind a quiet calm. Carter stands in the middle of the battlefield, his clothes torn, his face dirtied, and his body bruised, but his eyes filled with a sense of triumph. The alien forces, who had once believed they were unstoppable, now retreat in defeat, their fleet crumbling as they flee into the far reaches of space. For the first time since the invasion began, Earth is free from their oppressive grip. Carter looks up at the sky, where the once darkened heavens are now becoming clear again. The battle-scarred atmosphere gradually begins to settle, and the remnants of the alien fleet drift slowly into the void of space, no longer a threat to humanity. The Earth's skies are free. There are no more looming warships, no more alien drones buzzing overhead, and no more fear of invasion. The victory is complete. For a moment, Carter stands still, taking in the peaceful sight above him. It's a peacefulness that once seemed impossible, something he never thought he would see again. The chaos of the war is behind him, but the memories of the fallen are never far from his thoughts. His comrades, those who fought and died alongside him, gave everything to make this victory possible. Their sacrifice will always be remembered, and their names will be honored in the hearts of everyone on Earth. But as he stands there, Carter is not just filled with sadness for those he lost. There's also a feeling of something deeper: hope. The human spirit, it turns out, is something the aliens never truly understood. They had come to Earth expecting to conquer, to break humanity's will, to prove their own superiority over the lesser species. But they had underestimated humanity in ways they couldn't have imagined. Earth's strength was not in its weapons or technology. It was in its people. Carter's mind wanders back to the many moments throughout the battle, the times when victory seemed impossible. There were so many moments when he thought they couldn't win, when it felt like the aliens were too powerful, their technology too advanced. Yet in the end, it wasn't the aliens' technology that won the war. It was humanity's resilience. It was their ability to adapt, to think creatively, and to fight for something worth protecting. It was their love for Earth and their fellow humans that fueled their success. The final moments of the battle had been a blur. Carter and his team infiltrating the alien mothership, planting explosives, and fighting through waves of enemies. The fierce battle against General Xyros had seemed endless, but Carter had pushed through it all, driven by the memories of those who had fallen. The enemy had relied on their AI and advanced technology, but those same systems had been vulnerable to Earth's environment. It was Earth's atmosphere, its gravity, and its biological systems that had made the aliens' sophisticated tech malfunction. And in that moment of weakness, humanity had struck back, not with superior weapons, but with raw determination and spirit. As Carter stands there, the final remnants of the alien fleet disappearing into space, he reflects on the unity that had driven them all. This was not a victory of one man, one group, or one nation. It was the triumph of humanity as a whole. People from all corners of the globe had come together to fight for survival, to protect their home. The bonds formed in the heat of battle, between soldiers, scientists, civilians, and resistance fighters, had proven stronger than any force the aliens could muster. They had stood together, united in their determination to protect the Earth they loved. In the distance, Carter can see the first rays of the sun breaking over the horizon. It's a new day, a new beginning. The sky is no longer filled with the shadows of alien warships, but with the soft light of a world that has fought and won. The land, once scared by battle, now begins to heal. Earth's surface, damaged by years of invasion and destruction, will slowly recover. Cities will rebuild, homes will be restored, and the world will begin to look forward to a future that was once uncertain. As the dust settles and the alien fleet collapses, Carter looks around at his team. They have survived the impossible. They have fought not only for survival, but for the future of humanity. The Earth may have been under siege, but in the end, the human spirit has triumphed. The aliens have learned a valuable lesson. Never underestimate humanity. Carter and his team have proven that even against the most advanced alien forces, Earth's greatest strength lies in its people. And as they look to the future, they know one thing for sure. Humanity will always fight for its home. The battle is finally over. The smoke and dust that once filled the sky begin to clear, leaving behind a quiet calm. Carter stands in the middle of the battlefield, his clothes torn, his face dirtied, and his body bruised, but his eyes filled with a sense of triumph. The alien forces, who had once believed they were unstoppable, now retreat in defeat, their fleet crumbling as they flee into the far reaches of space. For the first time since the invasion began, Earth is free from their oppressive grip. Carter looks up at the sky, where the once darkened heavens are now becoming clear again. The battle-scarred atmosphere gradually begins to settle, and the remnants of the alien fleet drift slowly into the void of space, no longer a threat to humanity. The Earth's skies are free. There are no more looming warships, no more alien drones buzzing overhead, and no more fear of invasion. The victory is complete. For a moment, Carter stands still, taking in the peaceful sight above him. It's a peacefulness that once seemed impossible, something he never thought he would see again. The chaos of the war is behind him, but the memories of the fallen are never far from his thoughts. His comrades, those who fought and died alongside him, gave everything to make this victory possible. Their sacrifice will always be remembered, and their names will be honored in the hearts of everyone on Earth. But as he stands there, Carter is not just filled with sadness for those he lost. There's also a feeling of something deeper, hope. The human spirit, it turns out, is something the aliens never truly understood. They had come to Earth expecting to conquer, to break humanity's will, to prove their own superiority over the lesser species. But they had underestimated humanity in ways they couldn't have imagined. Earth's strength was not in its weapons or technology. It was in its people. Carter's mind wanders back to the many moments throughout the battle, the times when victory seemed impossible. There were so many moments when he thought they couldn't win, when it felt like the aliens were too powerful, their technology too advanced. Yet in the end, it wasn't the aliens' technology that won the war. It was humanity's resilience. It was their ability to adapt, to think creatively, and to fight for something worth protecting. It was their love for Earth and their fellow humans that fueled their success. The final moments of the battle had been a blur. Carter and his team infiltrating the alien mothership, planting explosives, and fighting through waves of enemies. The fierce battle against General Xyros had seemed endless, but Carter had pushed through it all, driven by the memories of those who had fallen. The enemy had relied on their AI and advanced technology, but those same systems had been vulnerable to Earth's environment. It was Earth's atmosphere, its gravity, and its biological systems that had made the aliens' sophisticated tech malfunction. And in that moment of weakness, humanity had struck back, not with superior weapons, but with raw determination and spirit. As Carter stands there, the final remnants of the alien fleet disappearing into space, he reflects on the unity that had driven them all. This was not a victory of one man, one group, or one nation. It was the triumph of humanity as a whole. People from all corners of the globe had come together to fight for survival, to protect their home. The bonds formed in the heat of battle, between soldiers, scientists, civilians, and resistance fighters, had proven stronger than any force the aliens could muster. They had stood together, united in their determination to protect the Earth they loved. In the distance, Carter can see the first rays of the sun breaking over the horizon. It's a new day, a new beginning. The sky is no longer filled with the shadows of alien warships, but with the soft light of a world that has fought and won. The land, once scared by battle, now begins to heal. Earth's surface, damaged by years of invasion and destruction, will slowly recover. Cities will rebuild, homes will be restored, and the world will begin to look forward to a future that was once uncertain.